take a seat. Whether jank or competitive, the vibe stays sweet. From the first spell slung to the last heartbeat. Attempt to cast where magic runs deep.
Welcome to Attempt to Cast, the home of the Glizzy Blizzy Wizzy. I'm Zach, and with me today is the man who tans like a lobster. It's Matt.
It's a true fact.
True fact. And the woman who got me to sign a prenup and called it Rule Zero, it's Mariah.
What?
How we doing, folks?
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what that means. Yeah, so how's everyone doing? What's been up since the last episode?
Jesus, when was that?
Last month, dude.
Last month, man.
March.
March of Machines.
It was good. I mean, I got to play last week.
Yeah, that was dope. You got to show F&M with us?
Yeah, that was fun. I think that's literally like the first time I've played in 6 or 8 weeks.
Hey man,
in person.
No, that was fun. That was dope.
Yeah.
We got some new merch out. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Blizzy Blizzy Wizzy was born and has a theme song. Shout out to Sonny Veneer. That's pretty cool.
Was he born or imagineered?
He was imagineered. That's a good call. That's a good call. He was forged.
Imagineered.
He was forged in the heart of a dying thief friar. Good stuff. But yeah, no, some good stuff happened. Some weird stuff happened with us online. The great proxy debate took off again. And that was an odd couple of weeks of people being mad at the human chicken nugget and a couple other people chiming in, being real cringy about being the bad guy or whatever. It just...
Let's name fucking names.
You're right. So, no. Give them addresses.
It feels like the proxy thing comes up every 9 months.
Dude, we've only been doing this for what, 6-7 months?
Right.
And
6 months.
It's come up.
Yeah.
It's come up twice in the 6 months we've been doing this.
And it's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
It's just like, make your rules for your pod and get over it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I just, every argument I've seen has been so dumb. Just like, people, the main thing I see people who aren't being super toxic about it, and I'll say that lightly, is they're like, well, it's taking money away from the game. And my argument to that is, not really. Not if people can't afford to play the game at all.
Right.
No,
And then, also, counter to that fact is, let's go back and look at the 20th anniversary of Magic the Gathering, when they released official proxies that you can't play of reserve list cards. So you can take that whole
argument,
take that argument of the proxies taking away from the value of Magic, and you can stuff it.
Yeah.
You can stuff that whole argument.
Were they charging like $1,000 for 4 packs?
whatever it was ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, and to make official proxies, right? And it's like, I get it, right? And I don't think that proxying is even close to bad enough to affect LGSs or definitely not Hasbro or Wizards, right? Like, it's not affecting anything, but and like, people don't all, and this is only one fraction of it, right? This isn't the whole debate, but like the money part of it is like, everyone, in my opinion, should be able to play the game it should be accessible at any level.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be some kid who can't afford to pay his bills and buy super expensive magic cards and watch his friends play CEDH when he can't, right? It should be affordable. It should be accessible at every level. And if proxies will let you do that, that's cool. They're not allowed in tournaments, verbatim, if you're playing official.
CEDH is pretty proxy friendly.
Oh, well,
like even at the tournament level, because
perfect.
Because they're not sanctioned. This is like part of the thing about it being sanctioned or not, because now that Wizards controls the format. If they make it like Wizard sanctioned and you can't use proxies, that will like decimate the CEDH community, because it's just your land base becomes 4 figures instantly.
Yeah.
You know,
you gotta play dual lands, right?
Right. OG duels, and like it's Yeah, sorry to interrupt.
No, that was exactly the point though, and you corrected me in a good way. Like, it's already super like friendly that way. It's just like, and then on top of that, it's like we use proxies, but not in the same way other people use proxies. We use proxies for alternate arts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, we have our cards.
Yeah.
And even if you don't, here's the thing, though. It's like, you cannot expect new people to be coming into the game paying full fucking price for cards that they might not even fucking want in a month.
Exactly.
Let them use proxies, let them get used to the game, and then they're gonna be like, oh, hey, maybe I do want to start collecting some of these fucking cards.
Yeah. It's a game that unfortunately parts of it are pay to play.
And especially in this fucking economy. Like, who are you going to kid? Like, there's... You can't have a hobby because you can't
afford it.
Yeah. Right. I heard some people, like, got to the point where people were complaining about proxy tokens.
Are you serious?
Dude, I had people were complaining that, like, you don't have the official token, you shouldn't use it. I know people who use fucking sticky notes, dude.
Sticky notes, yeah. I mean, we have someone on our pod who often has a thing of sticky notes for us.
But like, look how cool this
Keith.
He has sticky notes?
Yeah.
Look how cool this goddamn token is. Like, isn't it like
that is dope.
In the time it takes me to find like a 20 just to put on for like some of my tokens, he's already got like a sticky note on my board.
That's funny.
It just says 1-1 bear or something. Yeah. It's just ridiculous. But it's like,
that's cool.
And that's an extreme case, right? But it's just like
that's not a real argument.
Dude.
Like if someone says it's like you, okay,
that's just gatekeeping.
Yeah, that's
validity out the window.
Yeah, like that.
I posted a video about it on TikTok, and I think I shared it over, cross-shared it to other platforms. But like, if anybody feels like Magic is inaccessible to them because the shit, and like this is my main problem with people being anti-proxy, is like some of these kids only get, and people, I shouldn't just say kids, some of these people only get certain amounts of time to play.
Yeah.
Like, and then if they're gonna go to the only place that is like Magic friendly in general to play, like their LGS, that's the only way they can get to play, and they're gonna sit down with a bunch of shitheads that don't let them fucking play because they can't afford the real cards. Like, now you've just ruined that person's like whole experience.
Right.
You have kept the game from some dude because you have a fucking stick up your ass, right? Like,
I've also heard the argument of like, go play Arena. You don't have to spend money on Arena, which you don't. You absolutely don't.
But that is a fucking crap.
That defeats the purpose of it being an interactive game.
Yeah, social.
Like, you miss that social aspect.
Yeah,
absolutely,
100%.
So yeah, you can go play Arena, but you don't get the same social. Like, it's completely different playing Arena from right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only reason I play now is because y'all got into it, and like, it's a social. Like, I win maybe 1 out of every 10 games. You know, it's more of just like getting out of the house and playing and having fun. You know.
I told somebody today that one of our new followers who played Spell Table with me today, I told him, like, what are we playing? I was like, I don't care. I said, play whatever you want. I'm not here just to win. I'm here to play Magic, man. I'm here to have fun. I was like, I don't really, like, I love Rule Zero, and I'm always a big proponent of Rule Zero, but like, when I sit down to play Magic, I want to win a few, sure, like every once in a while, but I don't have to win every night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm playing a game that I have fun playing. I have more fun deck building, honestly, but it just doesn't make sense to just be so caught up in the win of it that like you also don't have fun when
tables.
Right. We went live during F&M last night with a couple people and a couple interactions of like somebody doing something sweet.
Yeah.
Like high-fiving and like, you know, it's like that's so healthy. It's such a good way to play the gathering you mentioned a minute ago. It's the gathering part of Magic, right? Like,
how about you heal before you come play Magic the Gathering?
Go work on your traumas.
We don't need any of your toxicity.
Yeah.
Go get your dad to apologize to you, and then go play Magic.
Or don't.
Yeah. Or cut him off. Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, when I was younger, I would never, like, the thought of using a proxy was like repulsive, but now I'm not gonna buy 4 of each fucking fetch land for, 4 different decks or whatever. Like that, when they're like $20 to $40 a piece, like that's not economically viable.
It's not. And if you want to continue to play the game and take care of your bills.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I guess I really don't like the proxy cards I don't own. That's kind of where I draw the line personally.
That's a me personal thing, but like I'm not gonna be like, well, if you don't own the card, you can't proxy it.
Right. I'm not gonna hold somebody else to my standards.
Weird. It's like, and that's the thing, is like a lot of people making this argument are in a vastly different situation than some of the people who need to proxy.
Right.
Like, we don't necessarily need to proxy.
No.
I also don't feel the need to have dual lands, right? I don't play a ton of CEDH, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I like the proxies for the arts and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I only proxy cards that I have, right? And that's a personal choice, like we all just said. But I do that. I go and I love a card. I love Ren the Relentless, but I found a way cooler art for Ren the Relentless. Yeah. And it was a proxy, and I have it. And if anybody wants to be like, well, that's a proxy, I'll be like, fine. Behind it is the original card.
Yeah.
Now shut up about it, right? But also, like, I'm gonna stop doing that. Like, after this whole argument, I'm gonna stop acquiescing shitbags. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna be a shitbag about a proxy, go fucking play somewhere else.
Yeah.
Don't play.
What is it costing you?
Right.
But yeah, I guess that's the question that you need to. But then,
it's like if I'm proxying a 35 stack card, right. You know what I mean? Like,
which is like, But I guess that's a lot to ask somebody though, to be like self-reflective if they're upset about a piece of cardboard.
No, I don't think it's a lot to ask somebody to be self-reflective. They're going to actively going out into a social experiment to be a common, like, have some common sense and be a decent human being.
But whether, I don't know if they're going to be self-aware enough to realize. You know what I'm saying?
But that's we talk about self-awareness a lot in our house. That's not the whole world's problem.
No.
That you're not self-aware. If you go into an LGS, you need to be open-minded enough that there are going to be people there that play with proxies.
Yeah.
It's called being a grown-up.
Right. Well, so one thing I heard recently was from a psychologist, was like, most chronological adults are walking around with the emotional maturity of an 8 to 12-year-old.
Yep.
And that was like, I saw that and I was like, fuck, that's me.
So good.
And he's right.
You're right. But you have to, like, go into that whole self-awareness thing. Like, you have to become so self-aware that you are almost meticulous about yourself.
Right.
No,
and it's exhausting.
Fuck it, I heard a quote the other day. It was like, self-work is the hardest work. That's why nobody fucking does it.
That's a good quote, man. And here's the end goal, right? I'm not telling anyone how to feel, right? I guess I kind of was for a minute there, but like,
yeah, I am telling you how to feel. Get the fuck over it and shut up.
It's not.
Move on.
Here's
if it comes back up in the next fucking 3 months,
it will. It's
in our Discord, in our community that we have, right?
The millions.
Right. Just like, if you want to have an opinion, have your opinion, say your piece, but you're not gonna bully somebody.
Yeah.
Not in my fucking community. Not in my watch. Not
at our LGS.
Not at our LGS. Yeah. I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna let somebody get, like, if I see some kid, or not even a kid, I don't know why I keep saying kid.
Because you assume that everyone's younger than you, and you have this idea that if someone cannot
afford something,
that they're younger than you.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like how because that's where I was.
It's like linear thinking.
Right. Yeah.
It's linear thinking, and it's not true. It's
right.
But
it's just because
somebody getting bullied, right? And
Right.
he just like sits down and like, yeah, I don't want to play with you. If I saw that at RLGS, I'd be like, hey,
Eric, get this fucker out of here.
yeah, but first of all, I'd be like, yeah, fuck you, twats. And
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, come play with us. You know,
Yeah.
and like, get over here.
Get over here.
Kid.
Hey, kid.
You used to call me kid too. And then
I only
told him,
stopped because you
gotta
don't like it. I call
stop."
everybody kid.
I heard somebody, it's like a game design podcast I listened to. They were talking about how
You admit to cheating on us so much.
I consume content.
Dude,
Okay?
I consume content. Like, I love paranormal podcasts.
This game design podcast, they were talking about how the dual lands are the perfect example of what should be proxied, because Wizards has decided that they're going like artificially scarce, and they're like the most desirable lands in the fucking game. And like how we have 4 LGSs within a stone's throw of our area.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 4 or 3?
3,
Well,
4, if you
these-
count downtown.
Yeah, if you
Phil.
count.
Yeah,
count
okay.
Lunar.
I'm counting Lunar. Yeah.
Yeah, so technically 5, because there's that hole in the wall comic place that just opened
Okay.
up by the Pancake House. Or
The only one I know of with dual lands is the one by
Cards and Hobby?
Yeah, by Fred. Like, and we're fortunate, right? We're in an area where there's 5 within 15-minute drive.
We're fortunate.
Fortunate, sorry.
No, we are not.
But like, and there's only one that potentially has that.
Right. I talked to them months ago when the last time I was in there. I don't go in there often anymore. Not for anything they did. I just have a preference to something that's closer to me now, right?
Sure.
And they bought somebody's like crazy collection off them.
The guy who played from like Alpha to
Yeah.
this year.
Right.
I remember that. Yeah.
Which is nuts.
Wild.
Yeah, so a lot of negativity at the opening of this podcast, but
Just be nice.
yeah,
Be nice.
I like to close a lot of my videos
Be nice.
like don't be a turd, right?
I don't know, like.
Yeah, so we started a new segment, and I did not run it by either of you before I started it, so
Oh,
you're
cool.
welcome. We wanted to call it In Response, and I ask a lot of Magic community questions on our TikTok and on our YouTube page. And I got some really good responses from a couple of the questions I asked this month. One that really stuck out to me was I asked the question, what's the craziest place or situation you found yourself playing Magic in? And I gave the example that I got this sweet tattoo playing a game of Magic while I was actively playing Commander. It was pretty sweet. I got so many good responses, so I'm going to go over a few of them with you guys right now. So welcome to our first segment of In Response, right? So we had things like, on TikTok, we had examples of playing in the woods while it was really windy. I've had somebody who started following us today said that they played a little bit at their wedding reception, which I think was dope. We had instances of one
Wedding reception?
yeah. One of our good creator friends gave a not safe for work response. Girlfriend and him, you were doing stuff to distract each other or something.
Something along those lines.
Whoa, let's go into that.
Yeah, let's go into that one. So our buddy Darkside Designs, Frank at Darkside Designs, said that one time he went to a con and then met up with a bunch of people at an Italian restaurant and played Magic at like a nice Italian restaurant, which is awesome. But these are just some like random examples, right? I have some really good ones in here. Before I ask you guys the question, our buddy The Lich on TikTok said he was a Marine, and while he was deployed, he brought a couple of decks. They were out doing field like exercises. They weren't actually like
Sobriety tests?
yeah, whatever. But in a tank, they were playing Magic the Gathering in a tank. He taught somebody to play Magic in a literal tank, and I thought that was such a good example of this question. Tyler Owen on TikTok responded, said that he played in the mosh pit of Born of Osiris.
What?
Yeah.
In the pit?
In the pit, they sat around and played, and I think there's videos, I don't know if it's him, but there's videos of people sitting down in the middle. I think Bill Murray has one. I don't know if he goes to Bill Murray, but
I love Bill Murray.
I love Bill Murray too.
Wait, are you talking about the Bill Murray or a different Bill Murray?
But I love the actor Bill Murray, but I also
We
love
love
the
the
band.
actor Bill Murray, but
We also love the band Bill Murray. But so that was a really good one. Hickman T1107 on TikTok told me that he was playing Magic the Gathering in a bunker while they knew suicide drones were inbound.
What?
Yeah, I had the wherewithal to ask him if anybody was playing a Thopter deck. Thankfully, that man took that joke in stride.
Super meta. Wait, what country is this in?
I'm assuming it was like in Iraq or something. He did like. Where else would he be getting attacked by suicide drones?
Ukraine.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, it could be
Jesus
recent, but I assume just the way he was talking, he was an older gentleman, not older, but like our age. One of my favorite stories from this is from our boy Sonny Veneer, who did our theme song.
Sonny Wiener.
Sonny Wiener, as he's been called before. I hope he watches this episode. He's gonna love that. So he had a friend who passed, unfortunately, at a young age, and they'd been friends for a long time, and they had played Magic the Gathering, and so as like a last tribute to his buddy, him and his friends got together, and they passed around his deck, and they played it one last time at his funeral, and then apparently the story goes that like during the actual thing, he went and laid a reanimate on his buddy's coffin, and his buddy's dad came up and goes, he's not coming back, and laid a counter spell on top of it.
No. Oh my god, dude. No fucking way.
I hope that story is true. 'Cause that's
His own dad.
legendary, dude. Legendary. I love it. So how about you guys? Have you ever found yourself in an interesting situation or place that you've played Magic? Ryan, you don't get to use any of those examples.
I'll go first.
Let's see, all
I
right.
ain't got none. I literally sit here and play Magic.
Fair. Matt, you ever have found yourself in an interesting scenario or place where you play Magic?
A fucking cafeteria lunch table or whatever?
Oh yeah, we used to play at work. Or we played at work before. I played with Ramsey and Cameron and stuff.
No, I meant like a junior high when I started playing.
Oh, yeah.
But like, I don't think so. Because I always played at home or at the LGS.
Hard safe. I mean, Austin's was pretty wild. Like, there.
Comics Cube, shout out Austin.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rip. Twins ruined that store, man. Those fucking giant twins. Oh well.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, certainly not in a tank or at my friend's fucking
Right,
funeral.
right.
Fuck, dude. Like,
It's a good story. You just reminded me that I've played at a secret location in a corporate tech company.
Yeah.
Secret location. Black site.
black side.
That's pretty funny. I didn't think about that. But this leads me to my next question. What's your perfect game of Magic? Like where, how long, how many people, what's the vibe, what's the power level? Like, give an example. So for me, I don't like any more than 4 to 5 players.
Yeah.
That's right. 5 starts to get a little long. 6 is the max I'll play, right? Perfect scenario for me is like 4 players. Everybody plays their favorite deck. Rule 0 is kind of just like everybody play your favorite thing, right? Snacks are available, handy, but everybody like vibe-wise, everybody's just having a good time. Everybody gets along, and everybody's there to have fun, right? Like my perfect game Commander's probably like 4 players, not more than an hour long. That's kind of the vibe that I like when I play a game of Commander. You know?
Yeah.
How about Matt?
Yeah, I think just logistically, once you get more than 4, it's hard to see that
Everyone.
5th player's board or. So yeah, I think 6 is probably the max. But time-wise, yeah, certainly like hour and a half tops. I don't want to be locked into a grind session. And just fun. Like here, I think we have. It's just the way I describe our games to myself, because I don't talk to anyone else about Magic. But like, it's like we're all having a conversation and then like also playing a game.
Yeah.
Like we're having a conversation.
An outside conversation while still playing.
Yeah.
the game. It's pretty much
We're
catching up
hanging
while
out,
hanging
and then
out.
Magic's like a side quest.
Right, exactly. But yeah, and like but it's also like this is my primary social outing is like when I come here to play Magic. So, yeah, just like relaxed, fun. In terms of what people are playing, like I don't care. Like,
Play your favorite deck.
like. Yeah, I'm there's a lot of strategies I don't like, but it's like I'm not gonna fucking pout about it, you know. Like I'm just gonna either win or lose.
So, fluff us, Matt. Give us the fluff or nutter. What like dream lineup? You're playing 4-player game. Omit deck types. You're not. What does everybody play? Everybody's playing aggro. Everybody's playing. Like what? Nobody's playing stacks, right? Like or wheeling.
Sure.
Like what does your perfect game setup look like?
No Shieldred.
Yeah, everyone burns all their copies of Shieldred. But yeah, so I guess in a dream scenario, let's say like I just love mid-range.
Everybody just mid-range.
Yeah, it's my favorite archetype because it gives you it can give you the flexibility to play both ends, but usually not as well. Like you can't do aggro as well as an aggro deck, or like late game as well as a control deck. So there's give and take there, but that's like my favorite archetype. I think. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Mid ranges.
Yeah.
Kind of mid. All right, Mariah, what's your favorite setup for Magic? What's a dream setup for you?
2 to 4. 2 to 4 players.
Yeah.
I'm short and I really can't see the table 90% of the time, so like anyone sitting down on this
Right.
half of the table, I can't see.
Right. Especially if you're at like the head.
Right.
Yeah. It's like I hope they don't have anything that shuts off my game.
Everybody playing in your dream scenario.
I don't care.
What are you playing in your dream scenario?
I like my cat deck. Talia, because she's cool.
Probably is cool. It's a good deck. What's everybody not playing against you? In your dream scenario.
Mill. I don't like mills. I don't like slivers. Ugh. But it's funny though, because like I've been building decks on Arena to defeat slivers. It's like with
Are they a common? I have yet to bump into a sliver deck.
I run into them all the time.
What format? What are you playing?
I play,
Commander or
I
Brawl?
play timeless. Well, I play a lot of ranked.
Yeah, that's, okay. Is there slivers in ranked?
Well, timeless ranked.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay,
Yeah, there's a bunch of different
that makes sense.
places you can get ranked.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, no, just everybody having a good time,
Nice.
Yeah.
relaxing.
Chillaxing.
No one getting mad because it stresses me out.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite basic land arts, or even full art land arts? Like, what are some of your favorite lands in Magic?
I like Phyrexian lands.
Yeah.
Those are my
Dope.
my favorites.
I'm a big proponent of the stained glass arts from
Yeah.
Remastered. Those are so
Dude,
gorgeous.
anything by Magali is like fucking.
Oh, the Bloomborough full arts, the one that had
Yeah,
the
the
4
seasonal.
seasons.
Oh yeah,
I
that
love
was a cool
those.
concept
Yes.
because each color had its own season. Yeah. For me, it's gonna be the original Zendikar lands.
The full art ones?
Yeah, the original full art. Those were like one of the first non-unglued sets or unsets to have full art lands.
Oh, the Infinity ones.
Are those the space ones, the planets? Yeah, those are cool.
Those are gorgeous.
One of the island variants, if it's in foil, is a $20 card. It's insane. Yeah. I was looking at them because I wanted to get a couple. on Card Kingdom, and they were like $20+ bucks. And I was like,
Card Kingdom.
fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. No, like, I think those are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Back to negative. Back to being a pessimistic little bitch.
Right.
Posted a video about Edge of Eternities on TikTok. And actually I cross-posted it on YouTube as well. And I asked, or I stated, hey, wouldn't it be cool since they're kind of going to space?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And God, did I ever get a wave of everyone in the world wanting to point out the fact that Star Wars already had a TCG, and that means there is a 0% chance that Star Wars... Please, go ahead. Please, go ahead.
What, your point?
Exactly. Please make the point.
Isn't there a Marvel trading card game?
And a Final Fantasy, and an Avatar, and just like, what an argument.
What an argument,
to
man.
come at like just and like so many people, on both platforms.
Let me ask this: rappers, they don't collab, right? Because they already rap. So why would they need to collab with somebody if they already rap?
Right, exactly. Why would
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like what businesses too? They wouldn't cry. Like there's no such thing as like a joint effort to market, right? There would be no benefit to either thing crossing over, right? There'd be no benefit to, no money to be made.
Yeah.
With one of arguably the biggest franchise of all
they hate
time.
Money. Both of those companies hate money.
I do, and it's not like Hasbro and LucasArts or Disney have ever had any type of relationship in the past.
Yeah. People.
Like no, they do Star Wars toys, Marvel toys, and but some other companies also did. So why did they make toys? It was just such a negative.
Yeah, that's wild.
And it's like nobody came on there and was like, "Fuck you! They're not gonna do it."
It wasn't like
Pretty close. Pretty. A lot of like
Uneducated swine. How dare you?
like, there's 0% chance. I don't know why you posted this. It's like because it would be super cool.
Yeah.
And that's the funny thing is, like, out of all of the videos, that one, it's the most hate.
Yeah.
Not the one where you destroy all your friends' lands in a game?
That one was hate. Dude, I would love to read you some of the comments from that fucking.
That thing blew up, man.
That's our most popular video.
Are we gonna do a segment called the angry comment section?
We told that's so good. I'm so good.
Calling out the bullies.
Dude, just reading funny comments. Dude, so if you are following along at this point, if you're still with us, thank you.
Yeah.
This deep into the podcast. Our most viewed video at 117 at this moment in time, 117.8 thousand views. And 6,315 likes at the time, and 219 comments, most of them negative, was a video of me ravages of war in the pod. And I had Avison, and before you even comment on it, I had Avison out. A lot of people didn't realize what commander I was playing. But the reason I posted the video is because I did something really toxic, and then the way that the pod responded was like, more magic, right? And everybody was like, that's our vibe so hard. And everybody was like, I'll get to like what people said. I got the standard responses of like, wouldn't let it happen, I'd counterspell it, blah blah blah, like not realizing that I already read the table, nobody had any land up, something had already been countered on somebody else's turn, like I knew what I was doing, right? Back to the proxy debate. I had proxy basics in my Avison deck.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people love those. So shout out to all the people who commented on that video like, hey, those are some beautiful lands. I went and looked for a lot of people. The place that I got them from, DBM Gaming on Etsy. Free shout out for them. They don't have that land set anymore, so I'm really sorry. But they are some gorgeous lands. Uninvited from the next game. Good job making your land drop only to not use it and then destroy it. Dude didn't realize I was playing Avison. None of my lands were being destroyed. How to be hated by your friends. Playing a land before destroying all of your lands. This is how a land destruction player thinks. not realizing my lands aren't getting destroyed.
You should have commented back like something to the effect of like not understanding how this commander functions.
Right.
How a shitty commenter thinks.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, I'd scoop and hope all the other players do too so we can move on. But it's like, the point of our game is like, I did that, everyone realized the game was over.
Yeah.
I had angels up, like I was going to end the game. Everyone's like, yeah, let's just move on. Like,
Yeah.
that's how our pod works. But everybody was like, one of my favorite comments was they clapped because they were on camera. Once the phone was off, he was never seen again. that was a good,
Yeah, that is
like
good.
props to that dude. Yeah, just a bunch, just not fun. We would stop talking to you, dude.
Most of those are probably just being sarcastic, but like some of
Yeah,
some of those are like someone got their feelings hurt.
yeah, dude,
Like
just,
that.
just like literally start playing another game without you, like just like, and it's like I don't care. Like, that's not how our pod knew exactly. And then I took Ravages of War out of that deck. I put that in there for a one-time burn for our pod, right? Like just to.
It's not something you'd roll up to a random pod with.
Because it does make the game not fun. Mass land destruction does, especially if you're playing with people.
Land destruction in general is not really that fun to play against, but like, I mean, it's part of the game. Like, if I'm playing mass land destruction, it's kind of fun.
It's fun. It's like somebody plays it every once in a while, and then it's kind of memey and funny,
Right.
But if that's like your gimmick, like that's
Like, you're constantly destroying my fucking land.
right.
I'm not
You're just
gonna-
like trying to stop. Like it's the same with like super heavy control. Like you're just trying to stop somebody from playing the game, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, just like super ridiculous. Anyway.
But our pod also knows how to have fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not
I love our pod.
Bitchy.
And I love a lot of the people on our Discord right now.
Except
If you're
for Micah.
listening, shout out all you guys, man. I have a lot of fun playing Spell Table with a lot of the crew in there. A lot of people that I think that we would just vibe with in the pod. And someone who's actually gonna fly down from the Great White North and play with us.
Nanook.
Yeah. Edges of Eternity is our next in-universe set.
I'm excited about it.
I am too.
Dude, I don't know much about it other than
They've not
I
released
was
much about it.
just looking it up, and there's just not
no
a whole
spoilers.
lot.
Yeah, that picture I posted, the background of that Star Wars thing.
That's
that
all
I
I've
introduced
seen.
on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
A lot of
that I
people
can
were
find.
like, "Whoa, I've never seen that art. Like, who's that angel?" Like,
Oh.
pretty sure it's Aurelia, but somebody commented on that. Was like, it'd be cool if it was a brand new angel. I was like, as an angel player, I would love a
I'd be
new
excited
angel.
for a new
Yeah.
I'd love one. But no, I think I wanted to kind of like because there's not a ton out about Edges of Eternity. What are some of our speculations for Edges of Eternity? Like what mechanics or returning cards, wants? I know I have one personally, but I went first twice tonight. I come early, so Matt, you just pointed to Matt. You want Matt to go first? Do you have any wants, guesses, anything for Edges of Eternity?
I was prepared for this. No, I don't. I think, like, you're thinking about mechanics, I think something about, like, space travel, something around that would be dope. I think the easy answer is, like,
Warp or something.
is, like, plane shifting, but then that's already been done, so I don't know. But
Maybe we'll bring it back.
maybe, I don't know. But, like, something about, like, I mean, in-game mechanic of, like, no, that's just like phasing. I was thinking like blocking and then like somehow removing your creature from combat as a way of like a mechanic or something. So the opponent's creature's still blocked, but like your creature doesn't take damage.
Gosh.
I think we'll probably see some new Eldrazi because if I recall correctly, I think that's where they come from is the Blind Eternities. But like
The Seeing Impaired Eternities.
God. It's been such a whirlwind of like teasing shit that is due out at the end of the year that I kind of like forgot about until
Right.
I forgot about Spider-Man, I'm not gonna lie. For like half a minute, I forgot about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting about Final Fantasy.
And
Just because I'm super excited about Avatar.
Yeah. And isn't Final Fantasy the next set period, right?
June?
It's got to be. There's nothing in between April and June, right? I guess Tarkir technically came out in... No, it came out in April, like April 11th.
It was April.
Yeah. Yeah, there can't be. Maybe a... I don't know.
Maybe a secret layer.
Yeah, something.
Or 16.
What? Or 16. Yeah, another super drop or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been such a whirlwind of not content, spoilers and stuff like that I haven't really thought about Eternities too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, some kind of space-based mechanic would be fucking cool.
Dope. Mariah, do you have anything that you would want to see out of Edges of Eternity?
I think it would be cool if it ended up being like a time travel and they brought back like older creatures that like
This
that have
could be
been killed
this
off and
This could be this
Like older legends that are, oh, okay.
Or like planes that got blown up or something.
yeah.
Bring back Mirrodin. This could be how they bring back Mirrodin.
Is Mirrodin gone?
I think they didn't.
I think it blew up. They destroyed that point.
Wasn't it after Besieged?
Something like that.
Sure.
Mirrodin Besieged. Something like
That is a set name. I don't know. I don't know what happened on it though.
But no, I think it'd be cool if they did that and they brought back like the things that they've destroyed and
back to Traxa.
bring back Atraxa, bring
Do
back.
you know how they killed Atraxa in lore? What the fuck? Like, that's insane.
I miss that now.
In New Capenna, they dropped a building on her.
Yeah, an entire skyscraper. Yeah.
I mean,
It was her own personal 9/11.
Banned. We're just fucking banned.
Just bad, dude.
oh god.
Anything else from you'd want to see from Edging for Eternity?
Like they should do something like that. Like I don't know. I think it'd be cool if they did something that like I don't know. I agree with the space thing for sure. Like it would be cool if it was like more space thing, but I do think that the whole time travel thing would be cool.
It would be
Yeah, yeah.
for me.
Quantum immortality.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah.
For me, I want to see some more sweet, full art Spacelands.
Yeah.
Or some kind of crazy,
That seems like an easy.
ethereal between planes lands. This is just a cool aesthetic to that. That capitalize on. One card I want to see make a comeback for, and this is going to surprise neither of you. I want to see them give a new Roxanne print. Starfall Savant.
Oh yeah.
Super
yeah.
spacey, brings down meteorites. Like, there's only one printing of Roxanne. Give me my Space Kitty, you know?
Was she the outlaw set?
Yeah, MTGI.
Okay.
I would love another Roxanne. Even a different printing, like Roxanne, you know,
Oh,
the stars or something.
with a different ability
Right.
set or something. Of the vast.
Yeah, of the vast, that's so good. Queen of Edging.
Could you imagine?
The cat that edges, dude.
Oh god.
Dude. There's too much meme in there.
Meme.
Meme.
Wait. I think at the end of this month we're supposed to get a Commander unban announcement, right?
Yep, we are supposed to get some
Fuck, I
unbans.
forgot about that.
Let's talk about what we think is going to unban at the end of the month.
I don't know what they're gonna unban, but I think they should unban some of those damn older cards that they banned because they were too powerful when they first came out, and now
Yeah.
they're probably not as powerful.
Right.
It's just
Like
all-
Biorhythm, I think is one of them that people are like.
Right.
Is it Biorhythm? And then also Coalition of Victory is also one that people want to see come back. but-
And we're cold.
Everblood banned?
Aeon Storm is.
Oh, is that the one that steals turns?
That one just makes it's almost a game winner. Dude.
Oh.
It's gross.
There's also that one angel that you can name colors and players can't play.
It's Iona Shield of Emeria.
Yeah.
I have a copy.
Yeah. Then I think, I don't know, like if it hits the table and you're fucked, like,
Start a new game.
yeah, just go.
A want, not even close to sure they'll do it. Want prime time back. Give me prime time.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. Again, I haven't played against it with the land that it combos with. I think it's Field of the Dead.
Field of the Dead.
So I don't know, but I don't know. Like, fucking run more interaction. I hate to be that guy, but like,
No, it's not. It's like
save your interaction for not the mana dork. Don't kill the fucking mana dork. Kill the thing that the mana dork is bringing out.
But it's like there's like, the only argument for that card being banned is that there's a 2-card infinite combo.
There's so many. Yeah.
Like Maronar and Intruder Alarm. Boom. A 2-card infinite combo. Suck my ween. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
There's so many too. Like you. I mean, you put Sanguine Bond out and Bloodthirsty Conqueror.
Right.
You put Bloodthirsty Conqueror out with Enduring Tenacity.
Right, yeah.
Like,
there's a lot of 2-card infinite combos.
It just, I don't know.
that's not an argument.
And I mean, Prime Time's ability is good, just in general.
I remember when it was in Standard, it was, first time I played against it, I was like, you get to do what? You get to go to turn, like, you go, I think he costs 6, right? So you go from turn 6 to turn 9.
Yeah.
So you're like triple spelling on turn 7, basically. It's nuts.
My want is unban Prime
But see,
Time.
that one actually, like, it makes sense for what you play in Commander now. Because,
Big bad Randy boy.
right, like, you have, like, Herbrest's Forge, which every time...
Is that the one that makes an X1 token?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thing kicks my ass, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta figure that one out quick.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's good. That's what I want to see and what I think we'll have. I think Jeweled Lotus, a lot of people are like, they won't do it just because they're going to stick to their guns, which has some merit to it, but at the same time, there's also merit to just being like, you know what?
Coming out and saying you're wrong.
And it wasn't even them that did it, but or I guess they control the ban list when that happened.
No, it was the old committee. That's what sparked the
Change.
Yeah.
But it's like, and there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be pissed off if they do it. They're going to be like, well, they shouldn't have gone back on it so quickly. But I've also seen a lot of takes, like, in a few years, they're going to unban it. They're just going to let it sit for a while, which doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
One thing I know, eventually those cards will get unbanned.
Yeah,
it might not be in 5 years, but it'll be eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, you, Mariah, you got any wants, hopes, dreams, thoughts on the unbanning?
Honestly, I just want them to, and I guess that's my big point is, like, if you unban some of those cards that were too heavy beforehand, you release some of those now, you're saving money. You're saving your players money.
Yeah. Because they'll spike up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, not even that. It's like there's a chance that they possibly already have them and can throw them in their decks now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, they're not worried about us saving money.
No. They want us to spend more. Yeah. I don't know, it'll be exciting to see what Gavin and the crew unban in a couple weeks, because it's got to be... We're entering this 4th week of April?
Yeah. This will be the 3rd week, because the final week isn't a full week.
Right, it's
This is the final full week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's like
That's
10
right.
days left or whatever.
It ends at the 31st.
No, it ends the 30th.
Wednesday.
Then-
30th,
Yeah.
30th is a Wednesday. Yeah, so thank you for joining us this week on mtgcast. Just a couple of things.
Buy our fucking merch.
Well, we got new merch. This is my good MTG shirt. We got some fucking Blizzy Wizzy t-shirt.
Can we make stickers? Can we?
Yeah, 100%. There's stickers.
We should
on
make
it.
stickers.
Yeah. Stickers. We have a
I should
giveaway
figure out
going
the
on.
Sticker maker.
We got a giveaway going on for this sweet custom dragon deck
Should
box.
be soon, right?
very soon. By the time this is out, it'll probably be that week. End of that week will be the last day.
Dope.
The rest of it's behind me. Some sweet cards, a collector's pack from Tarkir, and then our secret last item for the giveaway will be here this week, and that'll be coming out. So follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Pornhub, OnlyFans, OnlyLands. So the way you enter this giveaway is you buy $300 worth of our merch.
Like a giveaway that's like less than half.
No, I'm just kidding. The way you enter the giveaway is you follow us on any of those social media platforms, and then you share a piece of our content from those social media platforms. And if you tag us in it and we see it, that is an entry. So you sharing us on YouTube or a YouTube link to another social media and you tag us, I see that, that's an entry. You repost something that was on TikTok, that's an entry. Yeah, so giveaway coming up. We have new merch. Go check out the merch store. A lot of it's really rad. It's honestly, I made a merch store so we could buy our own shit, if we're being honest. Got the sweet hats.
Yeah.
We got a cool new like death metal logo beanie. Shout out Ristic Study Buddy.
I want that
On
Did he design it?
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, he sent me the logo. He said, I want this on a beanie, so I made it. And he's like, sweet.
Shelby
That's cool.
for the background.
Yeah, and shout out to Manifesting Magic on TikTok. The idea for this week's backgrounds for Kamigawa Land backgrounds was a good call out for us. I really enjoy that. So shout out Manifesting Magic. If you're not following her on YouTube or TikTok, it's Manifesting Magic MTG on both, I believe. Go follow her. Makes great content. But yeah, again, shout out Sunny Veneer for the great songs and great content. Shout out all our homies on Discord. If you're not part of our Discord, feel free to reach out and ask for that link. We got you. You guys ready to go Edge for Eternity?
This episode of Attempt to Cast was brought to you by Calf EDH Productions. Theme song by Sunny Veneer. You can find Sunny Veneer on Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your music. Guitar interlude by Bard the Jeff on Instagram. As always, this and every episode of Attempt to Cast are made possible by viewers like you.